Alright, so welcome back to Simpleplanes. Um, yeah, it's yet another episode of kind of Pip My Flight, but not really. As you can see, we have quite a good-looking planes already over here, but you know, there are a few flaws, there's a few rough edges that can be ironed out that I would like to change. I basically download this from let's just say I just punch in like the new new airplane stuff on the Simpleplane site, and then I'm like, okay, let's go through it with this and see what kind of like thing we can work with here. And so I stumble upon this aircraft, which is pretty good. It has like thrust vectoring, has like parachute over here in the engine, which I would say kind of funny, and yeah, looks pretty good. But of course, as you can see, here's a bunch of overlapping parts, and overall the plane does look pretty rough. Then again, my creation aren't exactly any better, but you know, I feel like I could utilize some of my knowledge about this game and try to make this thing look a little bit better for the creator. First of all, I'm gonna smooth all these out. Well, this is basically just an excuse for me to, like, you know, have a nice little chill time without having to do too much. What can I do with this? I feel like the perhaps we can reduce the size of this so they would you know, not clip into the other part and make it looks kind of weird. So a slightly smaller thing kind of makes it, you know, not clip into the thing anymore. Kind of like that. Okay. And as you can see here, there's this thing, which is also kind of clipping in. So we can actually fix that by doing this. So basically, as you can see here, this corner need to be the corners that are outside need to be smooth. The corner inside need to be hard, so that it wouldn't interfere with the other part. Same with this. Looks a little better, although they're still clipping. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, the clipping doesn't exactly it's not exactly that bad anymore, but still need to do something about this. The height of this should go down to 0.9. How about that? There we go. A little bit better. Okay. Well. Okay, we'll fix that tail part later on. Let's move on to this area. Oh, should be backward because like this, because we are in the opposite side. I'll try not to change too much of the aircraft. Perhaps I'll repaint it and maybe give it a little bit of a, you know, like light, like signal like and stuff like that, but overall, and maybe some weaponries, but overall I think this is pretty good. Oh, there we go. Oof. Alright, let's ignore that. We never saw that, okay? Alright. Wings. I wouldn't change this though. I feel like the wings is already kind of good, although the front part should be hard, so it would blend into the wings. But the part that, you know, goes into the wing. The wings also need to be dragged back a little bit here. Like this. I figured out a trick so that we could actually see the thing. We click this button and click it back. The wings should be back to normal. Visibility is good. Alright, let's nudge this at the smaller increment. Oh yes, look at the seamless edge. Hang on, I need to zoom in closer. Okay. Well, I think that's about as close as I can go. Maybe I can add in another 0. But at this point, it's basically just like, you know, it's undetectable to the human eye. Finish multi-edit. Look at that, huh? Pretty epic, not gonna lie. Alright. Terrible. Terrible use of words there. Okay. Looks pretty good. Bottom part looks kinda ass though. What is this thing? Oh, it's this is to help the thrust vectoring, it seems. You know what though? The bottom part, I'm not gonna bother with it because, you know, how often are you going to look at the bottom of a flying aircraft from, you know, close range anyway, right? Mirror that. Alright, I'll just nudge this a little bit up. There we go. Now it looks like a part of the plane and not like Lego. Alright, so let's talk about decoration. How about that? This seems to be well, this is called an Indian jet, so we should probably look for Indian Air Force liveries and, you know, signal and all that stuff. The roundel is correct, but, you know, it's not a round shape, so perhaps should do something about that. See if it does have like a, you know, a tail thingy. Oh yeah, kind of fin flash. Kind of looks like the Irish flag, although I feel like, you know, it should be a little bit. I mean, here's a thing that I don't understand. Yeah. So let's say that, you know, you have two countries with, you know, flag with the same colors. Like, how are you going to you know, differentiate between them and the other country if the fin flash and the roundel are the same colors? Maybe there's gotta be like small differences. You know what? Let's look over to the Irish Air Force and see if they are, if they have like different roundel and stuff. Oh yeah, it does have different roundel. It's kind of look like a yin-yang symbol. But what about the fin flash though? It's, oh, okay. So it's the same color, but more flat. Geez, that's gotta be very for the layman, it's gotta be really hard to figure out, huh? Don't worry, we gotta change the color later on. This is not the RAF after all. Oh, I also figured out that the New Zealand Air Force has like a kiwi on its roundel in the red part here, which is pretty interesting. Differentiates them with the Royal Air Force. Now, how am I going to be able to how am I gonna be decorating this? Where's it gonna go? Well, we just need to find some aircraft and then make them the model. Indian Air Force planes. Let's see. Okay, so they put it near, for jet aircraft they put it near the cockpit. And there's a fin flash in the bottom. I see. So it goes over here-ish. It sucks that I couldn't make it, you know, curve into the airframe. But that's just how the game is. I mean, if you are really dedicated, you will be able to do it. Got orange outside and white and then green. Alright. Now we gonna need to bring it closer to the thing here. That's not it. That is the thing we need. Alright. Just... Ooh, that's a little bit... That's almost a Pac-Man there. Let's try that again. .1, 0.2. There we go. Oh, it's still. Interesting. 0.1. No. 0.01. Yes. All right. Good. That's about as close as I can go. So let's mirror that to the other side. Okay, interesting. What else do we have? Fin flash, of course. Gonna need the fin flash. It's gonna be... Need this. Actually, you know what? Let's keep it sideways. Like so. No. There we go. On. Let's make it real short. Maybe that. And then increase the height. It's gonna make it easier to build. Okay. Now, the fin over here is kind of slanted to the side, so maybe no fin flash. I don't know. Does that take? Currently, I don't think the Indian Air Force has any aircraft with the stabilizer being diagonal. So, and I don't think the well, let's see, F-35. Yes, F-35 doesn't have that kind of thing on its like could I say vertical, or is it like diagonal? Diagonal stabilizer? I don't even know what it's called, man. It's like, these are like all technical words that I have not encountered. Well, whatever. We'll probably have the the roundel here going into the wing zone. Oh boy, I didn't mean to do that. And that doesn't really do much of anything. Well, just have to like pick that thing up again and put it down here. Alright. Multi-select. Oh, haven't punched the edit button yet. Alright. Well, that should be good. Okay, finish smooth edit. Well, and now we need to repaint the color scheme. There we go. We'll keep the tail, I mean the engine color, because it's kind of cool, I guess. Okay. Well, let's see. I think we probably, I mean, there's a things that, you know, aircraft kind of need to have, which is the air brake. So let's put a few. Wow. Okay. Where should I put the air brake on? First of all, I want it to be a little longer. How about that? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. This could be like the huh. Okay, well. I was kind of debating if whether I should put it over here, kind of like the Sukhoi 27 or Su-30, but you know, I don't think that's gonna look good. It's not like a, it's not like that kind of thing. It's kind of aircraft. I think it should be more in the back here. I mean, it could go anywhere, right? But you know, whatever. Ouch! Just kick me in the. I mean, just kick the table. Huh. Okay. Well, what else should I put on here? I mean, there could be some small decorating panels going on. But we could also just keep it simple and not put anything over here. You know, for a stealth characteristic. Perhaps it could be something like the F-22 and then have a bunch of like ridge over there and here. Perhaps. Although, you know what? Let's try it. Let's see what I can do. First, we need to find a way how to make the ridge. Maybe I can utilize some of these lesser used block. Also, I want to turn them into like no mass blocks. Like this. Oh, I can kind of create a hexagon with this. Although, alright, interesting. This wouldn't have any function, just to look good. Just to look, you know, like it does something, you know. Potemkin rich. Okay. Let's get it as close as possible to the fuselage. There we go. Finish multi-edit. Now we need to paint them with a slightly darker color. I'll change it later, don't worry. It might look shiny now, but not when we start to do the other stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and add some more of these, perhaps. Maybe I can even make like a honeycomb pattern for this thing, you know? Yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool. Can't seem to... Alright, we'll just do it piece by piece then. Actually, I need to copy this Y coordinate first, and then we need to copy and paste that. Not just a little bit backward so that it would... There we go, finish multi-edit. See? Oh yes, now that looks good. Same goes with this. I'll do the same trick. Okay, I think that is good enough, right? And then we have kind of the same kind of pattern on the bottom, perhaps. It's a little bit off center. Let's change that. There. Now it fits. Okay, now we need to figure out the nudging part. You know, I'm gonna bring up something real strange here, but here's the thing, right? I watch a lot of you know, content creator on the internet from all walks of life, perhaps you could say, and I've realized something really strange. It's not just content creator. I believe this happens to a lot of people. People mention a lot about having dreams about high school, or at least school in general. It doesn't matter which grade, it's just school, right? I also experience the same kind of dream. Now, I don't know if this happens because, here's my hypothesis, right? School is like, you know, we as, you know, as in young people, or at least people who are, you know, kind of not boomer. Yeah, we are people who spent you know, as young people, we spend a lot of time in school, right? Of course, now that we have well, I have graduated from university, so which means I don't really have, you know, I don't have school. I don't have to like go to school, basically, right? But you know, we still have kind of like, you know, trauma or like memories about that kind of time, because it's we spend most of our time, you know, on this earth in school to do God knows what. But you know, so like that kind of memory is like ingrained within our mind, right? It's like it's I don't know how to like describe it. It's really, it's not important. It's more like, you know, it's ingrained. It's sort of haunts us in some way, right? Because you know, in school a lot of things happens, right? I mean, you can have like, you know, experience about bullying. You can have experience about, you know, coming to school late. You can have experience about other kind of things, you know, because we spend a lot of time in school. So you know, those kind of memories stuck with us the most, and that is probably why. I mean, most people, I believe that, you know, school is a very stressful time of. It's a developmental period where you're supposed to like learn stuff, right? But instead, it's just more like, instead of like learning stuff, it's more like I think the purpose of school is less about learning knowledge and more about like developing like social relationship, you know? You understand? So like but like, you know, it's not specifically said to us as, you know, schoolgoer, or to the schoolgoer, you know, that we are there to learn about, I mean, to interact with each other, right? But we're not explicitly said that. We just said, we were just like told like, hey, you need to go to school because, you know, you need that knowledge to, you know, in the future, or like, you know, because stuff and things. And so being told that, we basically just kind of some people kind of like focus a lot more onto the academic aspect of the school and kind of like gloss over the social aspect, which is why those kind of social like memory stuck with it a lot more, because we feel, well, actually not really, right? Because well, I was gonna say that perhaps it stuck with us because this kind of dream, this kind of memory stuck with us because we well, people who has this dream might be, you know, a little bit behind on terms of like social, but you know, it's probably not like that. It's more like school in general is just very stressful, and sometimes those kind of memories just doesn't really go away. It just kind of ingrained within you. I mean, imagine like, you know, back in school, right? So you're, even though the purpose, I think, is for developing the social aspect, but you still have to focus on the academic side and these other side stuff, right? And so that's why people have dreams about like being late to school, because if you are late to school, that's gonna be a very traumatizing experience, especially if you have not been late to school ever, right? I mean, some teachers, they might even be like, oh, you know, this guy come to school late, so he's has to be like some kind of like jerk ass, or like, you know, he's like a delinquent, stuff like that, right? And you're not, you know you're not a delinquent because you late to school for some other reason, perhaps, you know. It could be your bike, it got, you know, a flat tire, or some kind of like weird stuff going on in your family, and you can't actually say that because the teacher is not going to listen to you. They don't really have time or attention to listen to you. Yeah, and so, you know, it's unjustly, right? It's unjust. So we feel that kind of thing, and like, you know, it's stuck with us. But yeah, same thing with other kind of like school dream. Alright, you know what? Enough rambling about that. We need to get back to the focus of the thing here today, which is decorating this plane, right? Now, let's see, where does the where does that light goes? Where should I put this light? Perhaps over here. But I will have to make some changes to this. What the... Can't seem to make this thing any longer. Yeah. You know what? That's fine. That's good enough for me. Alright, let's kind of nudge it into the fuselage a little bit here. There we go. Now let's see the color. Ugh, we don't want that. Primary should be that color, and then secondary color would be green. Oof. Check if this thing is connected. Yep. I feel like the cockpit should be a less reflective color, kind of like this. There we go. Kind of the original color, but not really. Now, what about the other light? Beacon light. Okay, we need to once again use the guide, use the image guide. Aircraft light diagrams. steady, or I think it's steady, right? Yeah, steady. And then the back is to blink, but because we don't have a vertical stabilizer, I don't think we need to even add that. Just need these two. I see that in the image here, this is gonna be red. Not sure if that's correct. There we go. Now what else should I add in here? Right, words, names, stuff like that. Numbers. Stickers, you will. Let's start with, it's not in here. Should be in the copy interior part. There we go. Label. I like this thing. It's simple, easy to decorate. Hang on. I'm gonna need a better looking image. Right, don't have any better looking image, so we just have to go with what I think is good. That's too small. Maybe 12. Yeah. Font size type. I say the default type is gonna be the best looking. Paint that red, black. Paint it black. No, gray. That looks better. This is gonna be a different direction. There we go. Probably should have some kind of number. But where would I put it? Probably don't really need it, right? I mean, what? I don't even know what number I should even give this thing. Weapons? Should I give it weapons? Maybe not. I mean, if we want weapons, I can just, like, you know, clip it into the fuselage and then to make it so it would be... Sure, you know what? Fine. I'll do it. I'll even give it like the special kind of missile, which have terrible explosion scale. Nah, that would be... That wouldn't be cool. All right, in order for the so that I don't have to, like, you know, make a whole missile bay, I'll just like clip it into the airframe, and nobody gonna be noticing that the missile comes from inside the aircraft itself. That's a trick, right? I mean, that's basically what everyone is like doing anyway, right? Ugh. Efficient work. Okay, now where should I put the gun? For the gun, though, I think you know what? No, we don't. I I don't really want to make a gun here. Okay, so for the gun, people usually have the kind of like gun that, you know, activate, that have like an activation where if you press space bar, it's gonna like reveal the gun from a hidden part, right? But like I don't have I don't know enough funky tree code to like put that in. So I'll just skip over that one. Alright. Everything else seems fine. Let's test this thing out. How about that? Oh yeah, engine doesn't have enough air. That's an easy fix. Just give it a nice little inlet. Copy that. Motor select. And nobody's gonna notice. Nobody's gonna notice this. Wow, it's still lacking. I think. Okay, let's see. How many engines does this thing actually have? 2. But why is it not? Perhaps I will need to. Well, first of all, I want to remove these 2 thingy over here. Perhaps because it's not directly connected to the engines. Let's change this to 0 so it doesn't affect the weight. Right. Put it directly on top of the engines. Now we need to put it either side of the engine. See? Thrust vectoring. Although even with thrust vectoring, this thing doesn't seem very Oh baby, the drag is freaking insane. Very cool. Thank you very much. First of all, we need to change it to true so it doesn't interfere. It doesn't collide with the other parts when it's flying. That's the first thing. Second, I will need to examine some of the drag here. Let's see. Oh boy, this roundel thing pretty drag heavy, huh? Let's change it all to 0 so that doesn't drag. Drag all these nuts. Right, that should be good. What is this max speed? I need to speak louder because the engine is pretty loud. Just kidding. Okay, now we're pretty stable. Alright, let's test the air brake, huh? Damn, we're dropping speed pretty fast. Can I do the Cobra? Nope, not really. I mean, I'm not talented enough to do that anyway. I don't know how people do it in this game. I can't do it without assistance from some kind of like funky tree code. I can do it, but only with a good build, with a not with a not with any thrust vectoring build, only with a a thrust vectoring build that is like specifically set up for Cobra. Let's try to land on the aircraft carrier. How about that? Oh man, turning with this thing is kind of like turning a brick. Gonna need some speed for that, or else I'm gonna stall here. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna be able to line up with the carrier. Sorry, no carrier landing today. Maybe that island. Yeah, we line up pretty well with that airstrip over there. So let's try to land on that. First of all, I'll need the landing gear first. All right, let's see if we have enough speed. Probably do. Probably way too much speed. Going to figure out which button to activate the parachute here, or else we're gonna overrun. Alright, slow down, buddy. Pitch it up. Come on. We don't want to like strike the kind of nose dive over here. Okay. Oh god, we're gonna strike into Earth. Yep. Well, that's a failure. 100% death for the pilot. Oof. Alright. I think that's about it for the plane today, though. You know, we have a pretty good aircraft. The only problem here is that handling is kind of scuffed. Perhaps I can make this a little rounder. Yeah. Yes, could work. But that's enough today. That's enough. Or is it? Or is it? Hang on, hang on. What's the weight distribution here? What's the weight distribution problem? Perhaps I could. Perhaps with that 500 pounds lesson, we can actually control this thing much better. Oh god. What happens here? Hang on. I think we can I think we can still save this. We just need to like. Okay, I don't think we can save this. Hang on, let's retry. Let's retry. Redo. I mean, the thrust vectoring always kind of lead down to that. Post stall control. Let's see, we can do it. Can I stall? No, not really. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we stall. No post stall control here, but let's see if we can regain control of the aircraft from this height. And we're basically dead. What the heck just happened? Wait, what? What number? What? Which button did I press? Oh my god. Is that why? What the heck is this control scheme? Wow, thankfully I did actually try to like do that, or else we would have you know, quite the flaw in the design. Wow, okay. Who would actually do this? Which one? Input pitch? No, it's not this thing. It's this. Right? No, it's input VTOL. Then what is the input for the other thing? Where did it go? It's inside of here. I feel like we should probably put it on roll now. Okay, okay. Now it's silly. Now we are in like silly aircraft zone. Invert no. How about that? I can even control it from the ground. Oh, okay. Now that's interesting. Now we have true thrust vectoring, like 3D thrust vectoring over here. 3D. Oh my god. This is much better than I expected. Alright, let's try stalling. Stall, please. Oh god, the engine got damaged. Didn't stall, actually. We still gain control of the aircraft. Okay, so I see another problem here, which is this thing very prone to collision into other parts. Let's try that again. Ah, there we go. Now we can kick in. Whoa, okay, alright. Now yep, that's the silly aircraft zone. Let's not do that. Let's not play that silly game, yeah. Need to take off first. Oh god, stalling. Control. Alright, let's see if I can regain control over here. Kind of. Oh god. Oh. No, 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 no. Oh dear. We don't have yaw. Whoa, 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 whoa! Also wait, also wait, please. Okay. Oh well, to the water. No, it's probably my skills, right? Let's try that again. I'll try to spin out of control this time, yeah? But at a safe height. Okay, spin out of control, please. There we go. First of all, see? Oh yeah, see that? I mean, technically it's just like, you know, normal regaining control of the aircraft, but at least the aircraft was able to do that without much of a problem. So I would say that you know, we should be controlling this very carefully. We don't want to have to use that maneuver every single time we take off. Oh yeah, pretty good. All right, now this fun. Now this you know. All right, let's try to land. Oh boy, we have a lot of speed here. Oh god, go around. No need for go around. I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna land on the grass here, right? Slow down, please. Oh. Whew. We manage to land the aircraft safely. Oh, see? On the runway. How about that, huh? Okay, so that's... oh, that was fun. But, yeah. It has to end. Our fun has to end because it is gotta be the end of the video. There's nothing left for me to do here. I mean, there's probably something I can even improve this thing further, but, I think this is enough. Alright, so, I'm out.